When you really, really want something, can you feel how there is a contradictory belief in the middle of that? I want it so much it's uncomfortable kind of feeling. So you cannot back off of the desire. The desire is not only not going to get smaller, it is getting bigger. But this is an indication, when you feel that way about it, that you're giving too much attention to it, you're too intense about it, you're working against yourself, you're shooting yourself in your own foot. It's good under those conditions to try to achieve some distraction from it. Now, we might say, try to go general on it, but when it feels that intense, even going general on it isn't possible. So it's sort of like change the subject. And sometimes without meaning to, the active vibration is about the absence of it rather than about the presence of it. So is there anything like it? Is there anything that you could find that is in a similar emotional category, meaning you really, really care about it, that has already been achieved or has already manifested? In other words, I remember when I felt like that about this, and it all came into being. And so things are always working out for me as a statement to make. So let's talk about urgency. So urgency means fast-moving energy. Urgency can also mean that it's about to manifest. Is it urgent or is it anticipation? Could you find yourself out in the garden under the pear tree feeling urgent about the pear ripening? I'm afraid I'm going to miss you. You're going to ripen while I'm away, and the birds will eat you. And so the reason that doesn't feel urgent in the same way is because you don't care about that pear like you care about this. Exactly. But if you could put that as a pear on a tree and realize that it is our promise to you. It is our promise to you. It's going to ripen, and you're going to be right there. It's going to ripen, and you're going to be right there. It's going to ripen, and you're going to be right there. There's no possible way that you're going to miss this. It's going to ripen, and you're going to be right there. It's going to ripen, and you're going to be right there. 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 Now, can you feel the unconditioned in this? This is the self-soothing. It's going to be all right. It's going to ripen, and I'm going to be right there. I'm going to be right there. I know too much for it to be otherwise. My desire is so precise for it to be otherwise. I understand the laws of the universe. This is a sure thing. There is no danger. There is no risk. There is no urgency. There's just the sweetness of me being in this place of allowing and the ideas flowing to me. This is going to be the most satisfying, dynamic, wonderful unfolding of my entire life experience so far. You've come as a body of consciousness, and you are perched on the precipice of manifestations. Your vortex is ripe. It always is. But better said, you're rendezvousing with that ripeness, and the deliciousness of the next unfolding is so evident. Now, we see that about you all the time. In other words, we never feel a moment's discouragement about where you are in relationship to any of the things that you want. But when you get to this place where your expectation has been bumped into a new place, the satisfaction factor for you is so much more. And that's what we are feeling as a result of this conversation here today. Your satisfaction level is drastically improved. Your set point has moved. Now, that may or may not be important to you. It doesn't need to be important to you. We just want to tell you that, because what that means is the things that are in your vortex that matter the most are now more accessible to you. There is a sort of vortexual unfolding. You put many things in your vortex, but you also have some beliefs that are hindering them. So you have sort of been muting or buffering your vortex's ability to surprise and delight you. You sort of get what we mean? Your beliefs sort of hold some things back. Not all things, just some things. To be able to watch something unfold, and you can't relate to this, but try to imagine it, it will be like standing at the tree with the beautiful piece of fruit hanging right before you, and you're just standing there watching it ripen right before your eyes. Like it's saying to you, now that you're ready, I'll be ready too. The difference is it's already ready. It's you that got ripe. So that's the funner part. Fuller, funner. Faster in that things are going to occur to you now. We really want to say, this is the quotable. The wait is over. The wait is over. You've closed the gap between where you are and where you want to be. The wait is over. And here's the piece that we want you to hear above all other things. If you will enjoy the wait will surprise you and delight you in ways that you have not previously allowed. And the wait will also become shorter. And then you'll be in this place where you can't quite decide whether you want the wait, because it feels so good, to be longer or shorter. And you see, when you're there, you see what's happened? When you've taken all of the urgency out of it, all of the angst out of it, you're enjoying the process of becoming, and now you are in such perfect sync with who you really are, because that's why you came here. You didn't come here to get it done. You came here to enjoy the becoming.
You spoke of real time, problem solution, step 1, step 3, quickly manifesting. Same thing?
Well, it feels like it's quick. In other words, if you're putting your emphasis upon your vibration and you're paying no mind to manifestations that are there or not there, you're in it for the emotion of it, not for the manifestation of it, then suddenly the manifestation just starts filling in, and it feels like a sudden thing while it was not. We would spend all of our time controlling our own wavelength, because when you get momentum going, let law of attraction sort it out.
Yeah.
You focus on how you feel, because if you will label it by emotion, then it will be easier for you. Whatever you focus upon is going to be met by an emotion that expresses it, because there is this juxtaposition, there is this relational comparison between who you really are and what you really want and where you're being right here and now.